Man who got first pig heart transplant dies 2 months after surgery in the United States. Welcome to the news, and please subscribe to our channel. To get notified about hot juicy news updates, please click on the notification bell. In January, surgeons at the University of Maryland School of Medicine, UMSOM, performed the transplant on Bennett. A 57-year-old man with terminal heart disease, David Bennett, who received a genetically modified pig's heart in a groundbreaking transplant, has died 2 months after the surgery. In January, surgeons at the University of Maryland School of Medicine, UMSOM, performed the transplant on Bennett. But on Tuesday, the hospital announced that David Bennett has passed on, Sky's News report. No exact cause of death has been established, but doctors said his condition had been deteriorating for several days. Meanwhile, Bennett's son, David Jr., praised the hospital for attempting the surgery to save his father's life and said his family hoped to contribute to efforts to address a shortage of transplant organs. Before the transplant in January, the deceased was hospitalized and bedridden for several months and connected to a heart-lung bypass machine to remain alive. The organ transplant was reportedly the only available option for the patient, who was said to be suffering from life-threatening arrhythmia. He had reportedly been deemed ineligible for a conventional heart transplant at the University of Maryland Medical Center, UMMC, and other leading transplant centers that reviews his medical records. It was either die or do this transplant. I want to live. I know it is short in the dark, but it is my last choice. I look forward to getting out of bed after I recover, Bennett said before the surgery. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration granted emergency authorization for the surgery on December 31, 2021 through its expanded access, compassionate use provision, and the hope of saving the patient's life. Commenting on the surgery, Bartley Griffith, director of the cardiac transplant program at the medical center, who performed the operation, said the breakthrough surgery brings us one step closer to solving the organ shortage crisis. There are simply not enough donor human hearts available to meet the long list of potential recipients, he was quoted as saying. The earlier you guys realize that God is almighty, see, this is not an issue of God. I'm sorry, the black man, we serve for here, we get our own for body. This is not an issue of God. This is not an issue. It is in doing things now that are challenging like this. This is how the whites get better. In Nigeria here, we shy away from new things, new adventure, especially the ones that shake us and shake our very core. The whites, they do it anyway. They do it. The man knew that, this thing, if they finish the surgery, it might work. It might not work. He chose the fact that, let me do the surgery. If I survive it, fine. If I don't, something we cannot do. Doctors were not ready to say, I'm sorry, that is all we can do. They were willing to save this man's life. This is not a case of man dragging with God. No. I've said it before. Let me use a scenario. Let's say, for instance, now 2 women got pregnant naturally. They did not use IVF. They get pregnant the natural way of getting pregnant. And, both of them, they went through pregnancy. Then one of them gave birth to a child through natural means, and the other went in for a CS. Now, the one that went in for a CS and the one that gave birth to naturally, both of them were blessed by God. You cannot take it away. You cannot come and say it is the doctors. No. They were blessed by God. Both of them, it is a miracle. It's a miracle that somebody climbed the mountain of childbirth and passing through labor and comes out. And it's also a miracle that someone goes, because these two places, none of them is safe. Both of them are risk. People have died through natural childbirth. That is, even when they are told to have for surgery to be performed on them, they refused. They have died. And also, people have died even when they told them, look, you will die with this, so they say, do it. So what are we? It's not known now. This one is not an issue of God here. We are not talking about cloning someone. We're talking about somebody who was in their need of living. Even if he lived for 2 months, I'm sure wherever he is will be grateful for the opportunity to spend time. At least he was alive. He was alive. He was breathing. And from what we gather here, I think he was able to do something. He was able to live. At least see his family, communicate with them. Okay. You people think God is foolish. He said he made man is no. Oh my. Let me see. Let me. Oh no. I'm not with you. These people's theory. Me, I'm standing against it. Let me say it today. The African man will remain where he or she is because they don't do things that are. Look, these people, they try everything possible. I'm not saying this one is not even a matter of atheist or no atheist here. This is a matter of saving someone's life. Saving someone's life. And that is the doctor. The doctor would do everything in their power. That is it. That is just it. The doctor is, so fast this thing, and they have told all the patients involved he's willing to do it, then there is no problem. So it's not a matter of, at least the man got to say goodbye. I'm sure he got to say goodbye to his family members and all of that. Had it been this happened now, Shebi would have been cheering now. Maybe the man got to live for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. I'm just saying, maybe you'd have been cheering now. And let me say this: do you know, without the whites, or without people, let me just say the whites, without people doing extraordinary things that are stupid, do you know that we will not have electricity today? There'll be nothing like bulb. There'll be nothing like airplane. There'll be nothing like what's it called? Radio. There'll be nothing like television. Do you know? It is because people do stupid things. The thing you see as stupid, they will do it, and they will want to see that stupidity in it. The earlier we start challenging ourselves here in Africa, the better for us. What I'm trying to say, I'm not trying to say, oh, they thought that. They are doing everything to make sure that this man lives, even if it is for a few, even if it is for, he said he lived for 2 months after the surgery. Right? He lived for 2 months after the surgery, which is something, I think it's something. And I will say it again, if we don't change this, our method of thinking, if you have not been shaken to your core, having do something that scares you, I don't think you have truly lived. Okay, on this note, we've come to the end of the news. I say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of the day.